There's no medical explanation for your symptoms. Your thyroid tests are normal. Those devastating words from my doctor came the same morning my husband told me he wanted a divorce. But in fact, my doctor was catastrophically wrong about my health. And soon, my husband would realize he was making the biggest mistake of his life. Because in the hard quest to regain my health and my life back, I stumbled upon a remarkable discovery that transformed my health, restored my marriage, and gave me back the body I thought was gone forever. It's an ancient ritual from a small Japanese island where women maintain perfect thyroid health well into their 90s. A ritual so powerful yet so simple that the medical establishment refuses to acknowledge it. This moon elixir ritual works by recharging all 4 parts of your thyroid system when conventional medicine only addresses one. Within days of trying it, women report their energy surging back to life, stubborn weight melting away, brain fog lifting, and even their thinning hair beginning to regrow. I know this sounds almost too extraordinary to believe. You should be skeptical. I certainly was. But what I discovered changes everything. We thought we knew about thyroid health. The truth is, your thyroid issues have nothing to do with what your doctor has been testing. Harvard Medical School researchers have confirmed that standard thyroid tests examine just 25% of your complete thyroid system. This means you can have normal test results while 3/4 of your thyroid system is in complete dysfunction. Think about that for a moment. Every time you've been dismissed by a doctor, every time you've been told it's all in your head, every time you've struggled through another exhausting day despite your normal lab work, you weren't imagining things. Your body was crying out for help that conventional medicine couldn't provide. This remarkable Japanese ritual takes just 30 seconds each morning, uses ingredients available at any grocery store, and works by activating what scientists call the thyroid regeneration pathway, a biological mechanism that remains dormant in a woman with thyroid issues. Since discovering this ritual, Sarah from Michigan has lost 23 pounds in just 5 weeks while regaining the energy she hadn't felt since her 20s. Jennifer in California watched her thinning hair transform into thick, lustrous locks, while her brain fog completely vanished. And Mary from Florida finally stopped the emotional roller coaster of good days and bad days that had ruled her life for decades. My own story is equally remarkable. Within 3 weeks of starting this ritual, the weight that wouldn't budge for years began melting away. That bone-deep exhaustion, gone. My hair stopped falling out in clumps, and most importantly, my husband tore up those divorce papers. But I must warn you about something crucial. This information directly threatens the $2.6 billion thyroid medication industry. 3 times already attempts have been made to silence this presentation. I don't know how long I'll be allowed to share this with you. What you're about to discover isn't another supplement, elimination diet, or expensive treatment. It's a simple, natural approach that works with your body's own healing mechanisms to bring back all 4 parts of your thyroid system to optimal function. In the next few minutes, I'll share the peer-reviewed research from the institutions like Cleveland Clinic and the National Institutes of Health that validates everything I'm telling you. I'll reveal exactly how this ritual works, why it's so effective, and how you can start using it tonight to transform your own health. All I ask is that you stay with me for the next few minutes with an open mind. Because if you've ever been told you're fine when you knew something was wrong, this might just be the clarifying answer you've been waiting for. Hi, my name is Lisa Edenmore. I'm a high school English teacher, and for 28 wonderful years, I've been happily married to Ryan, the love of my life and the bravest firefighter in the world. We built a beautiful life together, raising 3 amazing children who have now all left home, with our youngest just starting her freshman year of college. But just when we should have been enjoying our empty nest freedom, my failing thyroid turned my body into a prison and my life into ruins. And when the worst thing any woman could ever imagine happened, I was sitting at our kitchen table, the same table where we'd shared family meals for decades, when Ryan looked at me with eyes I didn't recognize. The warm, loving gaze that had sustained me for 28 years had vanished, replaced by something cold and distant. "I want a divorce," he said. I froze in my chair at the kitchen table, staring at him sitting across from me. Tears welled up in my eyes, and I felt my whole body go numb. I started to wonder if I just imagined him saying those words. But then he said, "I know you're not up for going through a divorce right now, so let's just separate until you feel better." And then I saw something worse than indifference in his eyes. Pity. Pity in the eyes of the man who used to worship me and tell me I was the most amazing woman he had ever met. I tried to talk to him, convince him, but he said, "I can't fight anymore. I packed my bags already." And he left. As his car backed down our driveway, I stood in the doorway of the home we'd built together and started crying so hard I couldn't even breathe. Truth be told, somewhere deep inside me, my heart knew this was coming. You see, my thyroid hadn't just stolen my health, it had stolen my marriage. Because I really wasn't myself anymore. It all began 3 years earlier with a creeping exhaustion that invaded every cell of my body. Even after 8 hours of sleep, I'd wake up feeling like I hadn't closed my eyes all night, like someone had drained my energy while I slept. My doctor diagnosed hypothyroidism, prescribed medication, and sent me home. Problem solved, right? Wrong. The exhaustion persisted. And then came the joint pain, a deep, throbbing ache that even made lifting a coffee cup feel like torture. My body became my enemy, and slowly I surrendered everything I loved. First, I stopped caring for our home and family. Then I called in sick so often, they finally fired me from my teaching job. My garden withered as my hands couldn't bear the work. My friends stopped calling after months of canceled plans. And my marriage bed grew cold. How could I desire intimacy when I barely recognized myself? The physical transformation was horrifying. In the shower, clumps of my hair slid down my body like dead spiders. My eyebrows and eyelashes vanished, leaving my face blank and expressionless. In less than a year, 32 pounds of stubborn fat appeared seemingly overnight, though my eating habits hadn't changed, as if my metabolism had simply switched off. Eventually, I lived in the same gray sweatpants day after day, lacking even the energy to shop for the clothes that fit my new body. But the brain fog was perhaps the most frightening symptom. I'd find myself driving in unfamiliar neighborhoods with no recollection of making a wrong turn. I'd stare at bills, the numbers swimming before my eyes. I forgot my husband's birthday for the first time in 28 years. Sometimes I couldn't even remember the name of the street where I grew up or basic words, reduced to searching Google for synonyms of words hovering just beyond my reach. Because of my thyroid, I became a shell of myself, inadequate, incapable, and utterly lost. Today, my life has been completely transformed through an unexpected twist of fate, all thanks to a simple thyroid recharging secret I'll share with you shortly. The same solution has changed thousands of women's lives worldwide, and I'm absolutely certain it will work for you too. But back then, I was falling apart. Ryan tried everything, driving me to countless doctor appointments, tracking my medications, researching solutions, yet nothing helped. My blood tests always came back normal, and my doctor dismissed my symptoms as imaginary. "Your blood work is fine," he insisted. But I knew I wasn't crazy. Then came Christmas, the holiday that had always been my showcase as a wife and mother. Every year I'd transform our home with decorations, bake everyone's favorite cookies, and prepare a feast that became family legend. But that year, even thinking about these tasks felt like planning to scale Mount Everest. Christmas Eve arrived with nothing done. Ryan offered to handle everything, which only triggered my frustration. Determined to prove I wasn't completely useless, I stubbornly refused his help and managed to string lights on the tree before he was called away to fight a fire. Then I made a critical mistake. I sat down just for a moment, but I fell asleep. I woke Christmas morning unable to move, my limbs heavy as concrete. When Ryan returned, he found me still immobilized on the couch. As the family arrived, I watched helplessly as he tried to salvage the holiday, but it was too late. The tree half decorated, no food prepared, our home in disarray. We ended up ordering Chinese food, and I'll never forget this. Watching my family pick at food containers instead of enjoying my traditional feast, staring awkwardly at our barren tree, I believed I'd hit rock bottom. I was failing everyone. Nothing could get worse. But I had no idea my real nightmare was in fact just beginning, and that my thyroid would ultimately destroy my marriage and leave me alone. You see, after Ryan drove away that day, I collapsed inside our empty home, feeling so worthless I couldn't even blame him for leaving. That night, I lay awake in our bed, now just my bed, staring into darkness, barely breathing. Was my marriage truly over? Would my children eventually abandon me too? Like many other women who were suffering like me, I envisioned my future, alone, sick, and forgotten. And in that darkest moment, I realized I faced 3 crucial choices. First, surrender completely. Accept my cruel faith, stop fighting, and let my body continue its betrayal. Second, continue the medical merry-go-round. More doctors, more tests, more prescriptions that promised everything and delivered nothing. My stomach knotted at the thought of more failure. Or third, fight, not just against symptoms, but for the truth. I could discover the truth about my thyroid problems, the real cause that was making my life hell, and how to revitalize my lazy thyroid so I could get back to the healthy, energized body and mind I used to take for granted. By dawn, I'd made my decision. Surviving on nothing but black coffee and determination, I began my search for answers. That's how I discovered Armour Thyroid, a natural alternative many women swore by, only to learn why it was nearly impossible to obtain. Doctors, pressured by pharmaceutical companies, rarely prescribe anything but their profitable synthetic options. Even when I finally secured a prescription, no pharmacy had it in stock. Over the next weeks, I tried everything: supplements, eliminating gluten and sugar, acupuncture, naturopathy, but nothing worked. It was so frustrating, but I wouldn't give up. That's when I had an idea. Alone, I was doomed to fail. So what about joining a thyroid support group? They had the same problem I had, so maybe they had an answer. It was worth a shot. I knew that Facebook has lots of support groups, so I decided to start there. While searching for thyroid support groups on Facebook, a photo stopped me cold. My college best friend Julie at a medical conference in Switzerland. Guilt washed over me immediately. When my thyroid problem began, Julie had reached out repeatedly, calls, messages, emails, but I'd been too exhausted to respond until eventually her attempts stopped. Another casualty of my illness. But seeing her photo triggered something in my foggy brain. Julie wasn't just any friend, she was Dr. Julie Carlson, a groundbreaking medical researcher whose studies appeared in journals like The Lancet and JAMA. Before my health collapsed, she'd won the Zimmerman Prize for discovering how specific hormone imbalances devastate women during menopause. That discovery had earned her a place on an elite scientific team funded by Silicon Valley billionaires researching how to reverse age itself. If we can't find a way, no one can, she joked during our last conversation. Could Julie know something about thyroid health that conventional doctors didn't? With trembling fingers, I composed a message, an apology, a confession about Ryan leaving, and the full horror of my thyroid nightmare. Before I could reconsider, I hit send. For an hour, I stared at that screen, heart pounding, nothing. I finally closed my laptop, certain I destroyed yet another relationship. That night, I dreamed Julie was laughing at my desperation, telling me I wasn't worth her time. The next morning, I forced myself to check my messages, expecting nothing. But she responded back. Not only had she forgiven me completely, but her words sent a surge of hope through my body for the first time in years. I might have an answer for you. Julie's message described a scholarly article about a remote island of women where thyroid problems simply didn't exist, not in any generation. These women never needed medication, never experienced symptoms, never even knew what hypothyroidism was. Though she couldn't recall all details, Julie promised to find the article that might explain how these women escaped the thyroid epidemic plaguing the rest of the world. Hope surged through me like an electric current. Could this obscure island hold my salvation? I thanked Julie profusely and then began the agonizing wait. Days passed with no word. I tried searching for the article myself, but I found nothing. Even if I had, the scientific terminology would have been beyond my comprehension in my foggy state. As silence stretched into a week, I assumed Julie had either forgotten or couldn't locate the article. Desperate, I joined several thyroid support groups, only to find women as lost and suffering as I was, trying countless supplements, diets, and treatments with minimal success. Then, exactly 1 week later, a message from Julie appeared. Found it, strangest thing. The article isn't online anymore, but I located my printed copy. I have exciting news. Can we talk by phone? My fingers shook as I typed back, of course, can you talk now? Seconds later, my phone rang. I snatched it up so quickly I nearly dropped it. Julie and I began talking simultaneously, then dissolved into laughter like our college days. When we finally caught our breath, she shared her discovery. It turned out the article revealed all the details about the remote island in Japan called Ono-no-shima, or the Island of Women. This mysterious place appeared in ancient Japanese texts dating back centuries. and it was described as being inhabited by a unique race of women who were extremely beautiful, lean, strong, and long-living. All this was possible because thyroid disorders simply did not exist among these women. A leading scientist from California named Thomas Honnigan found out about this island while reviewing historical medical texts. Intrigued by the fact that there actually was a place where women, even well into their 70s or even 90s, had absolutely no thyroid problems, he decided to study the mystery firsthand. Upon returning, he published his incredible findings in the Journal of Endocrinology, the very article Julie had remembered. But here's where the mystery deepened. The article's conclusion mentioned that Dr. Honnigan had documented the woman's thyroid protection protocol in a full-length book. Basically, this was a breakthrough blueprint to completely rejuvenate the thyroid from the ground up, challenging everything modern medicine thought it knew for decades. But Julie couldn't find the book containing this protocol anywhere. Not in academic databases, not in libraries, not online. It's like the book vanished from the face of the earth, Julie told me. Disturbed by this, Julie contacted her mentor, a renowned scientist I'll just call CK to protect his identity. After hearing Julie's account, CK fell silent so long she thought the call had dropped. When he finally spoke, CK, who was very disturbed and frightened, told Julie that the book was indeed published, but within weeks it was systematically removed from circulation, banned. Why? Because Dr. Honnigan had documented a simple thyroid healing protocol that threatened pharmaceutical companies' multi-billion-dollar thyroid medication industry. The secret Dr. Honnigan uncovered wasn't a complex pharmaceutical formula. It was a simple daily ritual using herbs and common foods that every woman on the island consumed religiously. The results were extraordinary. These women maintained thick, lustrous hair, slim waistlines, boundless energy, razor-sharp memory, and radiant skin well into their 80s and 90s. Even more threatening to pharmaceutical interests, the book exposed how modern thyroid tests and treatments were fundamentally flawed, designed more for profit than healing. And the book was packed with solid proof and undeniable evidence that the pharmaceutical companies knew their treatments were ineffective for most women, but confirmed to sell them anyway. Threatened by this book, the pharmaceutical orchestrated its complete removal. Every copy was pulled from shelves under claims of dangerous misinformation, and Dr. Honnigan was systematically discredited, his reputation destroyed, and his research erased from medical databases. Most disturbing of all, the scientist died when his home mysteriously burned down the following year, a fire officially ruled as arson but never solved. But, Julie continued, her voice quickening with excitement, CK believes Japanese language editions might still exist. The ban was enforced only in the United States. If you could find a copy, I could help translate the scientific terminology. Energized, despite my fatigue, I spent hours contacting Japanese bookstores online. Rejection after rejection arrived in my inbox. Had Big Pharma's reach extended even to Japan? Then finally, success. An email from a tiny bookshop in Kyoto. Yes, we have one copy. I purchased it immediately. 5 agonizing days later, the package arrived. Using Google Translate, I converted sections to English and sent them to Julie. 2 days later, Julie called, and the information she revealed absolutely shattered everything I thought I knew about thyroid health. Julie revealed that Dr. Honnigan's book exposed a massive conspiracy hiding the truth about thyroid health, a truth that threatened to collapse the multi-billion-dollar industry around conventional thyroid treatments. The biggest problem? Everyone focuses only on one thyroid hormone, thyroxine, or T4. But Dr. Honnigan discovered T4 is just a small piece of the thyroid puzzle. When Dr. Honnigan traveled to the island of women with his translator Tamako, they couldn't believe what they saw. Every woman looked incredibly healthy, slim, and years younger than their actual age. Tamako asked one beautiful woman how old she was. 71, she answered, though she looked like she was still in her 40s. As they interviewed more women, they all mentioned the same thing. When any girl turned 12, the community held a special ceremony where they shared a recipe passed down for generations. They called this special recipe Moon Elixir because they believed it connected with the moon's feminine energy. Every woman on the island drank it daily to stay healthy. Dr. Honnigan got really excited. Could this simple recipe help millions of women with thyroid problems? He asked several women to share it, but they all refused, saying the recipe belonged only to their island. Finally, he met with the oldest woman on the island, a spunky 103-year-old everyone called Tata, who moved like a woman half her age. At first, she flatly refused to share their sacred tradition. But when Dr. Hannigan described how women around the world struggled with exhaustion, weight gain, brain fog, and depression because of thyroid problems, Tata's eyes filled with tears. "These women need our help," she finally said. Dr. Hannigan carefully wrote down every detail of the recipe and headed home. Back then, he had no idea what he had become Big Pharma's #1 enemy. Dr. Hannigan didn't waste a second. He immediately began testing the Moon Elixir ingredients in his lab, and what he discovered will change everything you thought you knew about thyroid health. The science is quite complicated, but really compelling and quite shocking, but I will try to keep it as simple as possible as Julie explained it to me. The individual ingredients in the sacred Moon Elixir weren't magical on their own, but when combined in the exact proportions used by the island women, they created a powerful synergy that transformed thyroid function completely. That was the unexpected beauty and effectiveness of this special elixir. As he dug deeper, Dr. Hannigan made a breakthrough discovery that the medical establishment had been hiding from you. You see, your thyroid isn't just a gland, it's an entire system in your body. Just like your digestive system or reproductive system, your thyroid system is complex and interconnected, and the Moon Elixir ingredients worked in perfect harmony to support the entire system, not just the thyroid gland itself. Even more fascinating, Dr. Hannigan discovered your thyroid system functioned exactly like a battery in your body, constantly charging every cell with the energy they need to function properly. It charges your brain for crystal clear thinking, razor sharp memory, and positive moods. It changes your heart to pump life-giving blood throughout your body. It changes your muscles to keep you strong and active. It charges your bones to properly store calcium and prevent fractures. It charges your liver to flush out toxins and chemicals. It charges your reproductive system to maintain fertility and hormone balance. It charges your hair follicles to grow thick, lustrous hair. It charges your digestive system to absorb nutrients properly. It charges your metabolism to burn fat 24/7, even while you sleep. And when you suffer from thyroid problems, it means your thyroid battery has completely drained. It's exactly like a dead car battery. Turn the key and nothing happens. And when your thyroid battery dies, all these bodily systems begin shutting down one by one. That's why you gain stubborn weight, feel exhausted no matter how much you sleep, lose your hair, and struggle with brain fog. What's worse, your thyroid battery is under constant attack every single day. Groundbreaking research from Harvard Medical School has confirmed that stress, pregnancy, aging, alcohol, blood sugar spikes, medications, excess weight, environmental toxins, and nutrient deficiencies all drain your thyroid battery, often without you even realizing it. But here's the good news. After analyzing the unique combination of the ingredients from the Moon Elixir, Dr. Hannigan was amazed to discover how each component targeted a specific part of the thyroid system, working together to recharge your thyroid battery back up to full power. Wow! All this sounded too good to be true. I wanted to find out more, so I asked Julie, what exactly is the thyroid system? She explained how the thyroid gland and the hormones it produces is just one piece of a very complex system. But it's not enough on its own. That's why the medications and standard tests can fail 90% of the time to help you, because they only target a single part of the thyroid system, when in fact there are 4 equally important parts of it. First, there's your thyroid gland itself, the part doctors obsess over, which produces the T4 hormone. But here's what your doctor isn't telling you. T4 is just the inactive form. It's like having a phone without a charger, completely useless on its own. The second crucial part is your body's ability to convert T4 into T3, the active hormone that actually powers your entire body. Think of T3 as your body's universal charger. It plugs into every organ and feels the energy it needs to function. But here's the shocking truth. Common factors like medications, pregnancy, and everyday toxins can completely shut down your body's ability to make this conversion. This means you could have perfect T4 levels from medication, but still suffer all the devastating symptoms of thyroid failure. That's because you're not producing the T3 your body desperately needs. The third component might be the most overlooked, the thyroid hormone receptors on every cell in your body. These receptors are like charging ports, Julie said. If they're blocked, it doesn't matter how much T3 you have, your body can't use it. And what blocks these crucial receptors? A villainous hormone called reverse T3, RT3, the evil twin of good T3. When your body is under stress caused by traffic jams, work pressure, family drama, financial worries, it actually stops making good T3 and starts producing the harmful RT3 instead. This RT3 then plugs up all your cellular receptors, preventing your body from receiving the energy it needs. That's why your TSH test can show normal, even while you're falling apart. All this media made a lot of sense, but why doesn't everyone have this problem, I asked? Because people with healthy thyroid systems have enough good T3 to keep RT3 in check, Julie explained. But once your thyroid system starts failing, you enter a vicious cycle. Low T3 leads to more RT3, which blocks more receptors, which further reduces T3's effects. Then Julie revealed the fourth and most crucial component, your immune system. Most thyroid conditions are actually autoimmune disorders where your immune system mistakenly attacks your thyroid gland. But what doctors don't tell you is that your immune system can also attack your thyroid receptors, destroying both your thyroid's ability to produce hormones and your body's ability to use them. When Dr. Hannigan discovered how these four components work together and analyzed how the Moon Elixir ingredients supported each part, he finally understood why millions of women suffer despite normal test results and medication. But his most disturbing discovery was yet to come. When he investigated why this information wasn't widely known, he uncovered something that will make your blood boil. A massive, deliberate cover-up designed to keep you sick and dependent on medication for life. What Dr. Hannigan uncovered next will make your blood boil. You see, in 1995, a brave group of independent scientists decided to study how well thyroid medications actually worked. Their findings? Devastating to the medical establishment. They discovered that patients taking thyroid medication had normal T4 levels on paper, but their bodies contained almost no T3 hormone, the active hormone that powers the entire body. This meant thousands of patients were essentially untreated, despite faithfully taking their prescribed pills every single day. But it gets worse. Another groundbreaking study published in the International Journal of Clinical Practice exposed the useless nature of the TSH test, the very last your body swears by. The researcher stated in black and white, the serum TSH concentration is a poor indicator of a clinical status in patients on thyroxine. Translation, the TSH test your doctor uses to dismiss your symptoms is completely worthless. Need more proof? Listen to this. Scientists compared 469 women taking thyroid medication with 469 women with thyroid issues who weren't on medication. They matched them for age, race, and other factors to ensure a fair comparison. The shocking results? Women taking thyroid medications were much more likely to suffer from depression, significantly more fatigued, had higher blood pressure, showed elevated bad cholesterol, and carried an extra 10 pounds of stubborn fat, despite eating fewer calories than the non-medicated group. That's right, the very medication prescribed to help you might be the exact reason you can't lose weight, feel exhausted, battle mood swings, and struggle with heart health. These explosive studies threaten to demolish the $2.6 billion per year thyroid medication industry overnight. So what happened? Big Pharma executives panicked and used their massive influence to bury these studies deep where no doctor could ever find them. That is, until Dr. Hannigan uncovered them during his research. He immediately recognized the danger. Exposing this information could destroy his career and reputation. The pharmaceutical industry would come after him with everything they had. But after seeing how the Moon Elixir transformed women's health on the island, and knowing how many millions of women were suffering needlessly, he couldn't stay silent. He devised a careful plan. First, published an academic article about the island of women without revealing their secret formula or the industry cover-up. Then, mentioned his complete findings would appear in a forthcoming book. That's the very book Big Pharma managed to ban and destroy, except for one crucial oversight. They never found the Japanese edition that Julie and I had discovered. This precious book contained everything: the complete scientific evidence behind each ingredient in the sacred Moon Elixir, the exact proportions to use, and how each component works to recharge your entire thyroid system. As Julie explained the 7 powerful ingredients and their precise mechanisms, one thing became crystal clear. This moon elixir was the only reason generations of island women maintained perfect thyroid health well into their 90s and beyond. And in just a moment, I'm going to reveal exactly what these 7 life-changing ingredients are, and how they could transform your thyroid health just like they did mine. But first, here's how they completely recharged my thyroid and transformed my life from a nightmare into a dream come true. After Julie explained everything, I rushed to the grocery store with my list of ingredients, practically shaking with excitement. That very night, I prepared my first batch of the moon elixir according to the exact measurements in Dr. Honnigan's book. The next morning, with hope beating in my chest, I sipped my first steaming bowl. The changes started subtly at first. I stopped feeling cold all the time. I didn't wake up in the morning feeling exhausted. I could think a little clearer, but then as the days passed, the changes started to snowball. I was sleeping through the night and waking up raring to go. I had so much energy, I didn't even need my morning coffee anymore. My brain fog vanished. Instead of forgetting names and struggling to find words, my mind felt razor sharp, like someone had removed a thick blanket from my brain. The stubborn fat on my back, belly, butt, and legs started shrinking without having to starve myself or go to the gym. And one day, I got on the scale and screamed. I couldn't believe it. I lost all 32 pounds of fat. My joint pain melted away, and I could move easily again. With all my renewed energy and lack of pain, I was finally able to get the house clean the way it used to be. I took care of projects that I put off for years and started getting back to work in my garden. The puffiness in my face disappeared, and my hair started growing like crazy. Some with my eyebrows and eyelashes. I did double takes when I saw my reflection in the mirror because I looked like myself again. Also, with my health restored, I landed a wonderful teaching position at a local elementary school, not just reclaiming my passion, but helping our dwindling savings account too. I also started socializing and spending time with my kids and their families, and all my friends and family members couldn't stop talking about my transformation. My kids hugged me and cried, so happy to have the mom they knew and loved back. But the most precious change was inside me, the return of hope. I felt excited about life again, making plans and dreaming big. I even created a bucket list and started checking items off immediately. Julie and I celebrated with a girls' weekend in Mexico, ziplining through the jungle, eating street tacos, and even trying surfing lessons. Can you imagine? From being unable to get off the couch at Christmas to surfing in Mexico just months later. That's the power of recharging your thyroid system with the moon elixir. But then something else happened. I was at my grandbaby's first birthday party, nervous because I knew Ryan would be there. We hadn't signed divorce papers yet, but I hadn't seen him in months. My stomach was in knots as I walked in. Would he still look at me with those cold, dead eyes? I wasn't sure I could handle that pain again. Then I spotted him across the room and almost turned to leave. Then he looked up. Our eyes met, and I saw it. That spark of love returned to his face. He walked straight to me. "I've missed you, Lisa," he said simply, wrapping his arms around me. I broke down crying right there in the middle of the party. My Ryan was back. We were back. Now we're happier than ever, though he teases me about my stinky moon elixir. And honestly, it does smell terrible and tastes even worse. Between hunting down all those ingredients and the messy daily preparation, following the remedy was becoming a real chore. That's when it hit me, why not turn these powerful ingredients into an easy-to-take pill without the smell and the earthy taste? I called Julie with my idea, and she connected with scientist friends who could help. Working together, we created something amazing, the world's first complete thyroid system recharging solution, Thyrofem Balance. Thyrofem Balance harnesses the power of the sacred moon elixir, the same formula that island women have been using for centuries to maintain vibrant health, slim figures, and boundless energy well into their 90s. This closely guarded secret has transformed my life and thousands of others. And I don't exaggerate a bit when I say it's a true miracle for women desperate to escape stubborn weight gain, crushing fatigue, thinning hair, and all the other thyroid symptoms doctors can't seem to fix. It seemed impossible at times, but in Thyrofem Balance, we've captured every essential nutrient from the original recipe, the very formula Big Pharma tried to bury forever. And now, for the first time ever, you can experience these life-changing benefits without hunting down exotic ingredients, spending hours in the kitchen, or choking down that terrible tasting brew I suffered through. Just 2 small capsules each morning is all it takes. Even better, our team of scientists ensured Thyrofem contains the highest quality version of each thyroid recharging ingredient in the exact proportions used by the island women. No guesswork, no measuring, no compromise. The results? Absolutely transformative. But don't just take my word for it. Here's what other women are saying about Thyrofem balance. Kathleen F. from Austin, Texas just loves this.
Honestly, I was so skeptical. At my age, I'd tried everything and heard every empty promise. But wow, the difference is incredible. I bounce out of bed in the morning now. No more hot baths just to function through my joint pain and constant cold. I'm actually living again instead of just surviving on my couch. Thank you.
And Tina L. from Pasadena, California says,
My shower drain used to clog weekly from all my hair falling out. Now, I can actually run my fingers through my hair without ending up with a handful of strands. This is simply the best.
Heather B. from Clearwater, Florida is dropping pounds effortlessly.
I was gaining weight no matter what. Starving myself on 500 calories daily was a nightmare. I just couldn't do it. But then a friend recommended this to me. I'm eating normally now, no crazy restrictions, and all those extra pounds are finally gone. But the best thing is that I feel good being myself once again.
And Michelle C. from Atlanta, Georgia is healthier and happier than ever.
My doctors kept dismissing my symptoms even though I was miserable. Constant hair loss, zero energy, gaining weight no matter what, and always freezing cold. Now, I feel like a completely different person. I joined kickboxing, cleaned my entire 2-story home in one day, lost all the weight, and my hair is growing back thick and healthy. This stuff really works, believe me.
I get really emotional every time I hear these stories, and I can't wait to hear your success story next. But first, let me show you exactly what was in that ancient moon elixir, and what's in every capsule of Thyrofem Balance. The first magical ingredient in the moon elixir, something surprisingly common, oysters. But not just any oysters, specifically the unique variety found in the waters surrounding the island of Women. Don't worry if you hate seafood or have allergies. Thyrofem Balance extracts only the pure nutrients without any fishy taste or allergens. Everything is completely clean and allergen-free. So what makes these Japanese oysters so special for your thyroid? They contain the most potent bioavailable forms of zinc and selenium on the planet, 2 minerals absolutely crucial for your thyroid system to function. Here's the thing most doctors never tell you. Your body literally cannot convert inactive T4 into the active, energy-giving T3 without these 2 minerals. They're like the master keys that unlock your body's ability to create the hormone you desperately need. And guess what? According to the CDC and the NIH, nearly half of Americans are zinc deficient, while a shocking 1 billion people worldwide don't have enough selenium. Even if you're taking a multivitamin, you're probably not getting enough, or the right kind, of these vital minerals. The truth is, regular zinc and selenium supplements just don't cut it. Only the supercharged, highly bioavailable forms found in these specific Japanese oysters deliver the thyroid-transforming results seen on the island. When your body finally gets these 2 nutrients in their optimal form, it's like giving a starving engine the exact fuel it's desperately missing. Your T4 to T3 conversion can finally work the way it should. But hold on, these supercharged minerals don't just help with T3 conversion. They do so much more for your thyroid system. Did you know zinc deficiency actually causes most of the miserable thyroid symptoms you've been suffering with? The thinning hair that clogs your shower drain? That's zinc deficiency. The stubborn fat that won't budge no matter what you try? Zinc deficiency again. Brain fog that makes you forget what you walked into our room for? Yep, zinc deficiency. When researchers gave high-quality zinc to women with thyroid problems, the results were incredible. Hair growing back thicker than ever, stubborn fat finally melting away, and mental clarity returning like someone had lifted a fog. And selenium, it's even more amazing. Your thyroid gland actually contains more selenium than any other organ in your entire body. It's like your thyroid is hungry for this mineral. Think of selenium as your thyroid's personal bodyguard. It creates a protective shield around your thyroid gland using special compounds called seliproteins and powerful antioxidants. When everyday toxins, medications, and environmental chemicals try to attack your thyroid, the selenium shield neutralizes them before they can do damage. But selenium's most impressive superpower? It can calm down an overactive immune system that's attacking your thyroid. It's a gold standard clinical study that shocked researchers. People taking selenium saw their thyroid antibody levels absolutely plummet compared to those taking a placebo. Translation: selenium actually stopped their own immune systems from attacking their thyroids. Even better, their painful thyroid symptoms started disappearing too. And if you're struggling with weight, listen to this. A study in the International Journal of Endocrinology found people taking selenium lost an average of 21 pounds of stubborn fat without changing their diet or exercise routines. Makes perfect sense when you realize selenium helps power up your fat-burning thyroid system. Now you understand why the island women treasured oysters with their natural selenium and zinc as a cornerstone of their sacred moon elixir for thousands of years. But the next ingredient in the moon elixir? The island women considered it absolutely magical. It's a powerful root called ashwagandha. And for Thyrofem, we've used the exact type of ashwagandha with the exact same potency as recommended by Tata, the leader of the island women. So rest assured, none of that fake, diluted stuff you can buy cheaply on Amazon. This is the real deal because it can wipe away all your stress and anxiety. And that's huge for your thyroid health. Remember how stress creates that villainous RT3 that plugs up your thyroid receptors like gum in a lock? If you've struggled with thyroid problems for even a few months, chances are your receptors are completely clogged with this harmful hormone. That's where ashwagandha works its magic, crushing stress to stop RT3 production and unplugging those blocked receptors so your thyroid hormones can finally do their job. Because this is the true power of ashwagandha. It can calm you when you're stressed and energize you when you're tired. Talk about the best of both worlds. And the science backing ashwagandha is simply mind-blowing. Multiple studies conducted over the years prove time and again that the right type of ashwagandha has some fantastic effects. 69% stress reduction in just 60 days. 88% of users experienced significant anxiety relief. 100% of participants reduced stress eating, cravings, and body weight. No wonder island women stayed slim and happy into their 90s. And last but not least, the Moon Elixir had 4 more incredible ingredients that can change everything for you. First, there's seaweed packed with iodine that your thyroid desperately needs to function. I know what you're thinking. Don't we get enough of that iodine already? That's what I thought too. But here's the truth. Columbia University researchers discovered most of us are dangerously low in iodine. And because of this lack of iodine, your thyroid gland works overtime trying to fix it. It starts shutting down. But when the woman took this Moon Elixir, they got the exact right amount of iodine to revitalize the thyroid gland, pump out plenty of thyroid hormones, and restore normal TSH levels. The Moon Elixir also included beef liver. That's packed with vitamin B12 to cool inflammation in an overworked thyroid gland. Pine nuts that are loaded with the mineral manganese that protects the thyroid gland from free radical damage. And lamb, that's crammed with tons of the amino acid L-tyrosine that's necessary for both T4 and T3 production. I know, that was a lot to take in, but I wanted you to know the exact science behind Thyrofem balance. I don't like to make empty promises, so that's why when I say Thyrofem will change your world, you can bet on it. Just imagine waking up actually feeling rested. Picture buttoning those jeans that haven't fit in years. Think about having the energy to play with your grandkids or take that vacation you've been postponing. That's why Thyrofem Balance works when nothing else has. It's the only formula that supports all 4 parts of your thyroid system. It revitalizes your struggling thyroid gland. It helps your body create active T3, your energy hormone. It clears those receptor blockages so your cells can finally hear your thyroid signals, and it calms your immune system so it stops attacking your thyroid. Thousands of women just like you are getting their lives back. Now the long wait and the blind search for a solution is finally over, because now it's your turn to transform your life, and there's never been a better time to start. Ladies, what we have here is a truly groundbreaking, A brand new formula backed by centuries of real results from thousands of women on that remarkable island. There's simply nothing else like Thyroid Balance anywhere because it targets the actual crucial reason of your thyroid struggles, the shutdown of your complete thyroid system. And here's something fascinating our customers report. The longer you take it, the better it works. Many women notice good results quickly, but then experience even more dramatic improvements after 2 to 3 months of daily use. That's why we want to make it incredibly affordable for you to stock up today. When we first created this formula with all the research, testing, and premium quality ingredients, we calculated we'd need to charge more than $479 per bottle just to break even. But Julie and I looked at each other and said, that's not why we're doing this. What good is creating a life-changing solution if the women who need it most can't afford it? So we made some tough decisions. We eliminated expensive middlemen who mark up prices. We skipped flashy TV commercials and marketing campaigns. We negotiated directly with suppliers for the freshest, highest quality ingredients. We streamlined our packaging to focus on what matters, what's inside. Also, we could slash the price and make this an absolute no-brainer for you. That's why today, on this page only, you're getting exclusive access to Thyroid Balance at the biggest discount we will ever offer. And here's where it gets even better. You'll save significantly more when you choose our most popular silver package, or our ultimate gold package, which gives you the maximum savings and includes exclusive bonuses worth nearly $400. Remember, this special pricing disappears when you leave this page. And because some of the ingredients are really hard to get, next month we will have to charge at least $99 per bottle. So to avoid disappointment and future price increases, don't wait any longer. Secure your discounted multi-bottle package today while you still can. And your thyroid nightmare ends right here, right now. You choose your package below. But which package is right for you? Well, I don't personally know you, but I'm sure that you've been through a lot. One bottle of Thyroid will kickstart your thyroid rejuvenation process. That's for sure. And if you're serious about ending your thyroid nightmare once and for all, the weight gain, crushing fatigue, and embarrassing hair loss, I strongly recommend at least the silver package. This gives your thyroid system enough time to fully recharge and start working properly again. But if you've struggled with thyroid problems for more than 6 months, and if you want to look and feel like yourself again, not just temporarily, but for years to come, then our golden package is best for you, both for maximum savings and complete thyroid restoration. It's no surprise that 97% of our customers choose this option. After all, I have no way of knowing exactly how depleted your thyroid system is right now. Ready to transform your life? Simply select your package below. When you click, you'll be taken to our secure checkout page, protected by the same encryption technology used by Amazon and Walmart, so your information is 100% safe. Just tell us where to send your Thyroid package, enter your payment details, and we'll handle everything else. Now it's decision time. You can continue down the same frustrating path, dragging yourself through each exhausting day, watching more weight pile on despite your best efforts, forgetting important things, and feeling mentally foggy, seeing more hair clog your shower drain, letting down the people who count on you because you simply can't function. Or you can make one simple decision today that could possibly transform your life. The fact that you've stayed with me this far shows you how much value you health. That's why I'm confident you'll make the right choice. Just imagine waking up a few weeks from now, bouncing out of bed with energy you haven't felt in years, watching stubborn pounds melt away while eating normally, thinking clearly again and remembering everything effortlessly, seeing new hair growth where there was once thin patches, sleeping deeply all night and waking refreshed, having friends ask what's your secret at your next gathering, finally living your life instead of just surviving it. And here's the best part. You risk absolutely nothing by trying Thyroid Balance today. Every bottle is backed by my 60-day 100% money-back goodbye thyroid misery guarantee. Either you're thrilled with your results or you get every penny back, even if the bottle is completely empty. Just send a quick email and we'll promptly refund your entire purchase with no questions and no hassles. This formula transformed my life from a nightmare into a dream come true. I'm absolutely certain it will do the same for you. Simply choose your package below and take the first step toward the vibrant, energetic life you deserve. But here's something important. The silver and golden packages with all the exclusive bonuses are only available today as a special reward for first-time customers. This is truly the perfect time to try Thyrofem because this unique combination of thyroid transforming ingredients is only available through this presentation, right here, right now. You won't find Thyrofem Balance on Amazon, in stores, pharmacies, or anywhere else, and you never will. And to make sure you get the absolute best results as quickly as possible, I've arranged a special gift just for you. If you complete your order in the next 5 minutes, you'll receive the Thyrofem Balance Deluxe Upgrade, the complete essential kit designed to accelerate your thyroid healing and keep you vibrant for years to come. With your deluxe upgrade, you'll receive these exclusive fast action bonuses. The first bonus is called Thyroid Goddess Blueprint, a step-by-step guide to reclaiming your energy and immunity, which has a normal retail value of $97, but today you can pick it up for free. Recharge your immune system fast with proven thyroid smart strategies tailored just for women. Inside, you'll discover customized activities you can apply right away, over 50 bonus resources to deepen your knowledge, and a practical plan to help you feel like you, again, stronger, energized, and glowing from within. And here's the magic. You'll also get access to 10 powerful videos to speed up your transformation with ease and clarity, so you can see real results in less time. Simple, effective, deeply empowering. The second bonus is called the One-Day Thyroid Rebalance Guide, a gentle detox to support hormones, immunity, and energy, and has a normal retail value of $67. But today you can get it for free. True healing starts with a clean foundation, and that's exactly what this one-day detox delivers. Designed to gently flush out toxins and replenish your body with thyroid-loving nutrients, this guide helps support clear skin, brighter eyes, stronger hair, and healthier hormones in just 1 hour, once a month, for $15 or less. The third bonus is called Thyroid Smart Skin, a functional guide to clear, vibrant skin at any age. It has a normal retail value of $77, but yes, today it can be yours for free. I love this guide so much because it shows you the real link between your hormones and your skin and how to restore glow from the inside with simple thyroid smart strategies. It's truly life-changing, and it can help you save a lot of money you'd otherwise spend on useless skin creams. The fourth bonus is called the Quick Detox and Glow Sip Book, 15 thyroid-conscious recipes to hydrate, heal, and shine. This guide has a normal retail value of $57, and I want you to have it for free today and start using it ASAP. Why? Because now you can finally sip your way to better energy, clearer skin, and a happier gut with quick hormone-friendly drinks that support your thyroid and taste amazing. The Zesty Pink is my favorite one. Now, the fifth and final bonus you're going to get with the Fast Action Upgrade Kit has a normal retail value of $69, but you will get it for absolutely free, and you'll discover it's actually priceless. I'm talking about the Thyroid Smart Hair Revival, 13 natural ways to support hair growth, balance, and shine. Ever run your fingers through your hair and feel that pang, wondering where your fullness went? I've been there too. Just try at least one of these fantastic protocols and everybody will notice the difference in no time. So let me quickly recap. For the small one-time only investment that you see below, you will get instant access to your selected discounted package of Thyrofem Balance, the Thyroid Goddess Blueprint, the One-Day Thyroid Rebalance Guide, Thyroid Smart Skin, the Quick Detox and Glow Sip Book, and the Thyroid Smart Hair Revival Guide, all worth over almost $400. That's a really unbelievable thyroid and complete well-being and life-changing offer. And don't forget your order is fully protected by my 60-day money-back guarantee, which means there is absolutely no risk on your part at all. So make your choice and click on the Buy Now button below and take the first real step towards a thyroid and body that finally works with you, not against you. Oh, did I mention that all these bonuses are yours to keep forever, no matter what you decide about Thyrofem Balance? Yes, if you give this a fair chance, I think that's more than fair. Over 57,000 women worldwide have already transformed their lives with Thyrofem. Now it's your turn to join them. But please don't wait. Big Pharma has already tried to shut us down multiple times. They're desperate to bury this information again, just like they did with Dr. Honnigan's book. I honestly don't know how long this page will remain online. That's why I urge you to secure your supply today while you still can. Remember, you risk absolutely nothing with my ironclad 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. If you're not completely thrilled with your results, just let us know and you'll receive a prompt, courteous refund of every penny. You have nothing to lose and a lifetime of vibrant thyroid-powered health to gain. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Lisa Edenmore, and I can't wait to hear your success story. Choose your package and click the Buy Now button below to get started immediately. Still have questions? That's completely understandable. Let me answer the most common questions people ask before getting started with Thyroid Balance. How exactly does this work? Unlike typical thyroid treatments that only target symptoms, Thyroid addresses the true root cause of thyroid problems, your damaged thyroid system. The formula combines the same 7 powerful ingredients from the Island Women's Moon Elixir that Dr. Hannigan discovered in his research. These ingredients work together to recharge every part of your thyroid system that's been damaged by stress, medications, and environmental toxins. When your thyroid system is finally working as nature intended, those frustrating symptoms, weight gain, hair loss, exhaustion, brain fog, naturally disappear. If this solution works so well, why hasn't a drug company created something similar? That's simple. Pharmaceutical companies can't patent natural ingredients, so there's no profit incentive for them. The current thyroid medication market is worth a staggering $2.6 billion annually. That's why Big Pharma has fought so hard to keep Dr. Hannigan's discovery hidden. It threatens their massive profit machine. Will this work for me? While everyone's situation is unique, the basic function of the thyroid system is the same in all of us. Thyroid Balance has already transformed nearly 57,000 lives, and there's every reason to believe it will work for you too. Plus, you're protected by our 60-day money-back guarantee, making your decision completely risk-free. How quickly will I notice results? Many women report feeling improvements within days, like better energy and mental clarity, because this revitalizes your entire thyroid system. You'll notice increasing benefits the longer you take it. The key is consistency. Taking it daily allows the natural ingredients to fully restore your thyroid function without the harsh side effects of medications. Is my personal information secure when ordering? Absolutely. We use 128-bit SSL encryption, the same technology used by major banks to protect your information. Your privacy and security are our top priorities. Will my order be discreet? Yes. We understand the importance of privacy. The charge on your credit card statement won't mention the product name or its purpose, just a generic company name that reveals nothing about your purchase. How long will this offer be available? I wish I could keep this presentation running indefinitely, but the costs of maintaining it are substantial. And with Big Pharma actively trying to shut us down, I honestly don't know how long we can keep this page online. That's why I urge you to secure your supply today while you still can. Ready to transform your thyroid health? Simply choose your package below and click the Buy Now button to get started risk-free. To your vibrant health.